Hi, this is Neil Asher from the Aussie Online Entrepreneurs, where we help Australians just like you start their own profitable businesses on Amazon right here in Australia. We've helped over 2,000 folks around Australia get their businesses up and running, and we're the fastest growing community of e-commerce entrepreneurs anywhere in Australia, with sales of over $50 million. If you want to find out more, go to www.aussieonlineentrepreneurs.com.au. In this video, we're going to do a critique of an Amazon listing. I'm going to show you what's good about it, what's bad about it, and how to make it make even more sales. And now I've got another super cool thing to highlight for you. Let's just carry on. Doink. So this one from Andrew Davies, who is actually a fairly new person into the Aussie Online Entrepreneurs, and his product he very kindly put up onto the Aussie Online Entrepreneurs Facebook group to ask for some feedback for it, which I think is absolutely bloody fantastic to do that. But what happened was he actually got some incredible feedback. So this is Melissa Tinsley. She's in Perth from memory. And here's Yvette. Yvette is in Melbourne. And they both gave some incredible feedback. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this link, send to all, in here for you, okay? Now, whilst we do that, here is the product. So you can go and read the amazing feedback that Melissa and Yvette gave, and I thought it was super great intel, really very smart, so well thought out. So this is the product, this is his product. So let's just go through it, and I'm going to give, so over and above what's also been said, so big brands competing, differentiator, price, images, you need some review. So if ever you hear us talking about, by the way, radishes in our AOE community, what we're really talking about is reviews. But Facebook has now made it so that the community guidelines, if ever you mention Amazon reviews in a Facebook group, you get flagged for a community guidelines violation. And so we've now moved our language to reviews, to radishes. So if you hear about organic radishes, black radishes, reviews. All right, so just a little bit of our new language that we're using in our community. I'm going to let you guys go through that. Instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you some of my thoughts as well, over and above what you can go and read from Mel and from Yvette. All right, and I think Michelle as well gave some great feedback as well, if memory serves. Yeah, so Michelle also gave some fantastic feedback as well, okay? So big thanks to you three for helping out so much. All right, so here's the product. It's actually a great product. It's a product that I would buy, as it happens, because I am addicted to coffee. And I think there's some really great stuff here that he's been doing. I think that's kind of shitty, having that 20% discount on like that. It looks really tacky and shit. But, overall, it's a really good product. So things over and above that haven't been discussed on that post I've just shared with you. So this is over and above. Well, let's just scroll down. So let me talk about how to market this and make more money from it. So let's find one that's doing well. So here's one that's doing well. I mean, you could talk about price, look at the price point, but let's not do that. Instead, let's just talk about, I think Melissa's already mentioned that. So this is a beautiful listing. Look how well that's done. Very beautiful, and you can tell that they're making a shitload of money from this particular thing. But let's just grab the ASIN, and what I'm going to do is just go and figure out some better ways or some different ways to advertise this. So I'm at Merchant Words. If you're a member of the Aussie Online Entrepreneurs, we get a great deal on Merchant Words. I use it all the time. I'm going to come down to ASIN Plus. I'm going to type in my ASIN. I'm just going to go US market just because I'm interested to see. And that's the first thing I do with all these kind of stuff when I'm looking at different ways of marketing them. I want to know what other people are doing. Not because I want to copy it, but I just want to see if there's something I've missed. Have I missed out on an idea? Is there something they are utilizing that I haven't thought about? Is there a word that they use that I didn't even know I could use for that particular product, okay? That sort of thing. So what Asyn Plus does is it looks at the Asyn and it tells you what the product is indexed for and where it ranks for those indexed words. So that product there is indexed, of course, for the search term knockbox, which has got 34,000 searches, and it ranks in position number 9, for instance. That's how it works. So I'm interested in seeing if there's any words that I didn't know about that I could then use for my particular listing to make the listing even better, okay? So that's why I would start there and have a look at that. Right now, he's targeting knockbox, which is great, but there is definitely, I believe anyway, for this category, some more things he could put in there potentially, all right? So that's the first thing I go do. Next thing I would definitely go and do for this as well, over and above that he needs to get some reviews, is I would be running a placement campaign. So customers also viewed these products. Well, let's just go look at what is it, a knockbox. So that's what currently ranks, and that's what's currently Amazon's choice. Let's just click into it. So now he's got the opportunity to put his particular product here, products related to this item, and he does that through what's called an Amazon placement campaign. And typically they are insanely profitable ways to market your business. So when you're doing Amazon PPC, you definitely want to run a manual campaign, you definitely want to run an auto campaign, and I believe that it's also incredibly good sound business sense to run a placement campaign as well, because that's how you get into this area. Okay, so he should be running placements for his particular listing, and the placements I would go for are not placements based on being on other not boxes. I would be running placements on things like where's the tampers? So here, for instance, that's a tamper and a mat. I'd be running placements based on that, okay? Because look what's here. Nothing of any, no knock boxes are there. So that would be a very, very simple way for him to very, very quickly get a advantage. And what else? And the other thing I would do as well is I would do my damnedest to get into that area, the frequently purchased together area. I would do my damnedest to get into that area. The easiest way of getting into that area is to run a campaign on something like Facebook where you find a best-selling product. So let's just find the best-selling tamper. So that tamper there is the best-selling tamper, and that costs $34.99. Okay, so if it were me, what I would do is I would run a campaign on Facebook where I sold this product and gave my product as a accessory with it at a 50% discount, for instance. So you can't discount this product because you don't own it, but you can discount your own product. This is pretty advanced shit. You can discount your own product by, say, 50% or whatever it may be, and then you run a Facebook campaign saying, buy this tamper, best-selling tamper, get this knockbox 50% off. Okay, so that's your offer, and if you sell, you can then use a link to link those two things together. We've got those in the AOE files in our group, and that way you'll get into this area here for this best-selling product. Typically these make a shitload of sales as a rule, and so you'd find that is a very simple way to make a lot of additional sales for not really much hard work. The other thing I would definitely do as well is I would definitely be using influencers for this as well. We'll talk about reviews in a second. So I'll definitely be using influencers for this. That whole kind of coffee niche, massive thing. I've watched heaps and heaps of coffee videos. I'm a coffee geek, and so I'll be using influencers for that. If you don't know how to do that, come along into the members area. Oopsie-doo-doo. And you will find, he says, you'll find in the advanced training area, advanced training info pages, influencer marketing, so that link just there, and that'll take you to this page here, which is my complete breakdown of how to go about getting influencers for your business. I use influencers heaps, and they do really well, so that's another good thing to check out too. I think that's it. I think that would be my basic advice for that. And then if you want to get reviewers, aka radishers, we covered all that January 25th, which is in the Q&A archives just there. Okay, so just from latest Q&A archives, January 25th, that is everything you need to know about getting as many reviews as you want on Amazon. So definitely take a look at that too. All right, little pause. Let's see what you guys had to say about that. A knock box has got a very different meaning where I'm from. Yes, me too. When you say placement campaign, do you mean ASIN targeting? Yep, that's exactly what that means. It means an ASIN targeting campaign, aka placement campaign. I thought you couldn't link to Amazon and Facebook. Nope, I don't know where you got that idea from, but not at all, mate. You can absolutely do marketing on Facebook to Amazon. Absolutely, no problem at all. Wouldn't you run the frequent broadcast launch plan? You could do that. Yep, you could definitely run it that way too, Laura. That would also work as well. What is a knock box? A knock box, as Murray says, has got a couple of different meanings, but for this particular purposes, what it means is when you're making coffee and you make an espresso, you make like a proper coffee. If you go to like a cafe, you'll see them pour the grounds into the coffee machine, little coffee group, and then pour the water through it. They get an espresso shot, they add milk to that, and then they unplug the group from the coffee machine and they knock out the used coffee grounds ready to fill it up again. Well, that knockout box, what they put it into, that's a knock box. Okay, that's what that is. Thanks for watching this video. That was a video of a Monday night Q&A session I do every single week with the members of the Aussie Online Entrepreneurs. We are the fastest growing community of e-commerce entrepreneurs right here in Australia. Our members have got sales of over $50 million and growing, and there's over 2,000 larrikins and layabouts from right across Australia in our community. You can find out more about what we do by clicking on the link below or going to www.aussieonlineentrepreneurs.com.au. See you then. Bye.